Hi, my name is Chantelle Paige-Mulligan. I knew that in addition to being a mom, I needed something creative. So I founded Senna Case, a gender-neutral kids clothing line sustainably made in California. I knew that I wanted a job where I could be around my kids enough to get those moments, but also be doing something else. And so that was a huge thing in starting Senna Case for me. Senna Case is named after my daughter and my son. Very original, I know. I wanted to do gender-neutral clothes, but in a more colorful, playful, fun way that kind of fill your kid's closet, and they're easily passed down from kid to kid, no matter what gender they are. And we purposely make all of the pieces oversized so that your kid can grow into them. And they're basic pieces that aren't too crazy, so you can kind of always have them in rotation. There's something called cost per wear, and it's basically if you're paying $60 for an item and you wear that item 6 times, you're paying $10 per wear for that item. So the idea being we want Senna Case to be a zero cost per wear or negative, because you're able to continue passing it on to other kids, and then hopefully after your last kid's done with it, you pass it on to another family to continue living in it and enjoying it. I really didn't know anything about money in general. I grew up in an amazing family we didn't really talk about it. I was somewhere near $30,000 in debt, and I just really wanted to find a way to pay that off. My sister and I got very bored one Christmas and hopped on Musical.ly and started making the little videos, and they started performing well. And a brand reached out and asked if we could create content for our product. In exchange, we'll compensate you. I think at the time it was $500 to maybe $1,000 on a really good deal. While doing this influencer brand deals, I was living with my boyfriend at the time, now husband. I had started doing Airbnbs, and I Airbnb'd my apartment while I was gone to pay for itself so that I didn't have that payment. I realized the amount of money that you can make during these certain seasons. I was starting to make a little bit of money. That kind of led me to being able to pay off that debt. If you are a new person to owning a credit card, please use it responsibly. You only want to buy things that you can pay for at the end of each month. Because I was newer to using credit cards and had no money in my account, my interest rate was much higher. So that $200 sweater that you bought is now closer to $292. And had I known that I wouldn't pay it off for 5 years, I wouldn't have ever purchased that sweater. Obviously, there's some times where it's hard. There's some huge life events that'll happen where you have to use a credit card, and that is what you want the credit card for, not for buying shoes to go to Coachella. My biggest thing is, if you are in a committed relationship, having really open, honest conversations about money is a big one, because they know that when you're not going out to dinner every night, once a week, whatever that looks like for you and your family, they know that you are being a responsible adult and paying off those credit cards. And if you are single, really honing in on how much you want to spend and what your income is, how much you can set aside to pay off that debt each month, and just sticking to it. Having something like that off of your shoulders and being able to know how to properly spend money just makes you feel so much better and be able to give off such better energy and feel happier day to day.